Come on in, guys. Assalamu alaikum, Saboor. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely nice.
Ajay.
Saboor, what is this?
These are all the little things, you know, like my collectibles की जो सारी चीजें मामा से ही आई हुई हैं. These are all the miniature things Mama
bro,
loves.
this is insane.
There's little ramen and little teacups and
Oh God, this is so
swing machine, catto, money, eggs, cake, coke, sprite, सब कुछ
Whoa.
छोटा छोटा mini toaster. तो ये सारा मामा की चीजें हैं, छोटी छोटी चीजें. Mini toaster. Ajay, welcome to my batcave.
Wow, I am so in love with the vibe of this room. What is this, Saboor?
This is everything for me. This is
Actually,
yeah. There's so many things. This is my Pixar rack, Toy Story. This is my World Cup. This is my hoverboard. This is Ronaldo.
Mom,
This is
this is
me. This is
insane.
Spider-Man. This is Stranger Things. Batman.
what is
Marvel.
this? I see this beautiful trophy
Oh,
here.
yeah. This is one of many.
We can't put that. We can't put that.
So then this is my Superman rack. क्या मैं सारी चीजें. I have a lot of comic books. I have a lot of figures and Black Pearl, limited edition Funko Pops.
Oh my God.
These are hand painted. You know.
I see that
Lego
Michael
figures.
Jackson
Is
thing
that
you were there as
Johnny
well.
That is Johnny
Oh my
Depp.
God.
Oh yeah, I also have this. I have an original record of Michael Jackson
oh
from
my
back
God.
when it was released, and I got this from Milan. It was really expensive, but I love Michael Jackson.
Hi Saboor, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am perfect. Mom, how are you doing?
I'm amazing.
So first of all, I am so in love with the vibe in this room. Like, tell us about it a bit.
Yeah. So this is my little bat cave. I spent, I think, all my collectibles since my bachpan, everything that I wanted as a
Yeah.
child, everything that I'm getting as an adult. I'm just collecting everything here because this is my safe haven. After like long work hours, I just love to come back home and just
And you just
feel
like
at home.
do everything that you have
Yeah,
collected over the span of years.
Everything, like literally everything that I've loved is in this room. You can I challenge the comment section if they can find, or they can like ask me something if there is something that I don't have. I have everything here.
Okay, okay,
Every little thing.
that's cool. So, are you excited for the interview that we were about?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Well,
I
then-
was really hoping कि मतलब इस तरह का ना like कुछ ऐसा interview हो that is in my
Well,
room.
I'm glad that we could come up with this idea. Thank you to Maham. And let's dive into the questionnaire then.
Of course.
You entered the industry quite young, and we are very well aware of it. And you have a very distinct style. Have you faced criticism or resistance because of your age and your different approach?
So I was 19 when I got into the industry, and I was really young. I remember when I made the first Spider-Man film, no one really knew me, and no one really wanted to work with someone who's that young, especially when it comes to money. And like no one was as interested.
Nobody
no one,
actually believes in you.
Yeah, no one,
Yeah.
no one does. But once I made things happen, people actually were like, oh, like.
And
you
what
did
was that
something.
breaking point?
I think breaking point in terms of giving up, or in terms of like
in
doing
terms
something.
of, like,
I think it was
people-
Spider-Man. It was 110% Spider-Man. Like the day I made that film, the day it like screened into the
I
cinema.
heard about something you did at LUMS as well. What was that about?
Yeah, so I started teaching at LUMS as well because after my A levels, I wanted to go and study CS in
Yeah,
LUMS, but I
yeah,
never went through with that
Yeah.
plan. So I started teaching at LUMS. That was like a very different approach. But yes, it's been like 4 or 5 years in the industry now,
Yeah.
and when I entered, I never planned on entering, but when I entered, when I started working, I had a very filmic approach towards the work that I used to do. And somehow, because I believe that I can get the work that I'm doing with my own work. Like I don't believe in nepotism in that way. I don't have anyone in my family
Exactly,
to have
yeah.
any relations, and so everything that I built up was on the basis of my work.
Was by yourself.
Yeah. So yeah, of course, for like 2 years, if someone couldn't critique on my work, they used to critique on my age. Like, इसको क्या ही
Yeah.
आता होगा, क्या कर रहा है,
ये बच्चा
छोटा
सा
सा
है,
बच्चा है.
exactly,
But I started taking that as an advantage because.
आजकल बच्चे ही सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, हम ही देख लो भाई. So,
But then your work obviously shuts people up.
exactly,
They can't do
definitely,
anything.
definitely. So, coming to your work,
Yeah.
your AI edited work became a major turning point in your career, right? Like I see the work all around your room, right? With ongoing debates around AI, including copyright, consent, originality, and environmental impact, how do you view your relationship with AI today?
So when I started working with AI, it wasn't as popular at that
Yeah.
time, and I never started, out of creativity or out of finding a shortcut towards the thing. I basically had a medical surgery that I had to undergo, and due to that medical surgery, I wasn't able to walk or do my work for the next 3 months. That's the reason why I was on bed rest, and since like a person who's working 17 hours a day, for him it was like very traumatizing to be on the bed for 3 months. So what I started doing was, since I loved film, so I started learning AI just for me to create something that I would want to create in real life,
And that's when you started experimenting
That's
with
when I
all
started
of this.
experimenting, and people loved it because people they didn't like AI itself. They loved the ideation and the concepts.
The
that were coming through.
ideology and everything. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I made a lot of concept arts to for films that I would want to make one day.
okay.
But that happened 2 years back or 3 years back. Now AI has grown so much. And I think it's so tough.
Is it
to,
dangerous? Do you think? Is it dangerous at this point?
I don't think it's dangerous. I think it's at one point computers came in, a lot of labor was in the threat. Human labor is gonna go to
Extinct हो जाएगी.
But to operate certain things, you need human. So
Yeah.
अभी एक थोड़ी सी hype बनेगी, उसके बाद वो चीज़ें die down हो जाएगी. My advice is AI is not gonna go anywhere. No matter how many debates we do, no matter how many things we do, AI is gonna be there. But
And it's gonna get better and better.
it's gonna
over
get
the
better.
span
So
of
the
time.
best thing you can do right now is start learning it. Start utilizing it as a tool
in the best possible way.
in the best possible way.
Yeah.
As a photographer, I won't ever opt for AI to curate fashion campaigns and everything. That's not something that I would do. But suppose there's a shot that I have in mind and I started and I curated that shot, but I want to enhance it, so I can use AI for that. Okay. So that's one thing that I think a lot of creatives should start opting for, start utilizing, because अगर अभी नहीं करेंगे तो I think in the long run they're gonna suffer. And but what I think is in the next 2-3 years there are gonna be proper ethical laws in terms of implementation of AI, because अभी किसी को इतना समझ नहीं आ रहा है. हर week एक नई advancement होती है.
हाँ.
तो उसको एक थोड़ा सा organize करके उसको क्या कहते हैं उसको legalize करना थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है.
हाँ, अभी
So
वो
I
evolve
think within
होता
2-3 years there are gonna be proper laws, proper softwares, proper ethics. तो उसके बाद फिर सबके लिए easy हो जाएगा.
अच्छा, तो ओरिजिनलिटी सारी आपकी आइडिया वगैरह एवरीथिंग इज योर्स, द डायरेक्शन इज योर्स, यू जस्ट give it the right prompt, right?
Yeah.
So
2-3 years back,
makes
the same software was so complicated. You had to write a whole paragraph. अगर आपको as a photographer, as a filmmaker, वो चीज़ें नहीं पता होती ना. If AI is a thing, आप उसमें full stop भी लिखोगे, comma भी लिखोगे, and it's gonna generate something. And every time it's gonna generate something, it's gonna be something new. So I used to draw something first, and I used to sketch down something first, and my aim used to be I need to create something as I'm envisioning it. और अब जाके बहुत different आ गया, big field आ गया. There are so many different softwares, and मैं खुद ज़्यादा overwhelmed हो जाता because I started off doing something, and throughout I remember जब ये सारा कुछ मैंने किया था, तब a lot of campaigns came in and a lot of brands approached me to do commission work. I used to feel कि थोड़ा सा ethically ठीक नहीं, because I never started it as a thing कि मैं इसको commercially करूँगा या मुझसे commercially पैसे कमाऊँगा.
Saboor, so I have a question over
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Since you were doing all of this AI kind of a thing and Spider-Man, Superman,
Yeah.
how did you come to this fashion industry side? Being a fashion photographer and all of this is completely different.
Yeah.
Can you describe the journey, explain the journey a bit?
So I started off, I used to make a lot of short films for my Instagram. That was the way through which, my first brand was Beachtree. They approached me and they didn't ask me to make a fashion film, they asked me to make a film. Okay. For their campaign. So I did that.
A reel kind of
yeah,
situation.
not even a reel. I think it was time. I think it's been 4-5 years since तब reel का concept इतना नहीं था, तो it was a soul, एक अच्छी सी fashion film बना.
Okay.
So I did that campaign. उस campaign के बाद breakout आया, तो आहिस्ता brands आना शुरू हो गए. फिर in campaigns what I used to do was, since I knew photography and videography both, तो अगर मैं कोई film भी करता था, I used to take a lot of pictures for my own sake and I used to experiment a lot. तो brands started using that. They were like अच्छा इसको काम आता है. So उसके बाद आहिस्ता started doing fashion.
And that's how you gained the confidence.
Yeah, that's how I gained the confidence. And फिर उसके बाद जाकर I think 1 year of me doing fashion, उसके बाद फिर the whole surgery thing came in, and then I had to do AI for a little bit.
Go ahead with your question.
Acha, I also wanted to ask, so the brands approached you, right? Did you get into fashion because you were passionate about it, or because they reached out and it was good money and you figured why not?
Both, I think. Amazing money. Amazing money. Okay. But thing about our industry is it's a very small industry. It's a very saturated industry.
Yeah, very
I think
saturated.
20 brands and 2 lakh photographers. For a photographer to land a gig or a job, it's very difficult. So even till this date, a lot of people ask me how did I land Outfitters or Beachtree. I never messaged anyone. Like the work that I put forward, the work that I do, the work that I
They reached
experiment
out
with,
to you,
they reached out to me.
Okay.
So I never started fashion, with the aim that this is going to be my primary thing that I'm going to do. But as I started doing it, I started loving it. मेरा fashion is now I have my own brand because of the reasons why I started loving doing fashion photography. अब ये है कि हमारी इंडस्ट्री में एक कमर्शियल एलिमेंट है और एक एक्सपेरिमेंटल एलिमेंट है. हमारी इंडस्ट्री को एक इंटरनेशनल ट्रेंड में घुसने में ना थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है. यहाँ की ऑडियंस को टाइम लगता है, यहाँ के ब्रांड्स को टाइम लगता है. आई थिंक द ऑडियंस, द कंज्यूमर्स दैट वी आर सेलिंग थिंग्स टू, वो थोड़े से we're way behind. I think minimum, I think five years in everything, in trends, in fashion, in everything. तो अगर आज बाहर slim fit shirts चल रही हैं, यहाँ अभी तक हम oversize में फंसे हुए हैं. 5 साल बाद हमें slim fit अच्छी लगनी शुरू होंगी, वहाँ पर कुछ और चीज़ चल रही होगी. So what I made my aim was कि since I follow a lot of international campaigns, international fashion, so I want to somehow educate my client in a way as well. I'm giving you a certain international work as well to start utilizing that. So अब मेरा goal ये बन चुका है in the industry, not specifically money, but actually to gradually transform the industry. कि clients को थोड़ा सा नया काम करके दें ताकि उनको पता चले वो there is a boundary. अब मैं अपने brand के साथ वही करता हूँ. Basically the concept is you do an editorial shoot, an experimental shoot for the branding, and then you do e-commerce shoot for website. यहाँ पे brands क्या करते हैं, दोनों shoot को एक मिला के करने की कोशिश करते हैं.
Exactly.
A very small issue जो है हमारी इंडस्ट्री में, but ये क्या है, my aim is कि आहिस्ता आहिस्ता we just जो हमारा एक gap बना हुआ है ना international market से वो हम कम करें.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really nice. Okay, tell us about your educational journey. How did you balance your studies while building a career in photography?
I don't want to brag about myself, but I was like really good at academics. I was very nerdy. I was very nerdy. Because एक टाइम पे ऐसे होता था कि कोई भी आर्ट्स रिलेटेड कोई बंदे के मेंशन होता था तो वही कहते थे कि इसको कोई मैथ्स शायद नहीं आती तो इसलिए ये आर्ट्स में घुस गया. दैट्स अ सैड मेंटालिटी a lot of people used to have. क्योंकि मुझे खुद भी नहीं एक्सपोजर था. Once I remember I was in my A levels का counselor session. I was just logging into my LUMS का वो portal because I had to go there. So my counselor there, she was like, Saboor, for 2-3 years, I've been doing photography since I was 12, I think grade 7.
Oh.
तो yeah, so मतलब ना तब से मेरा स्कूल मुझे देख रहा है कि मैं कैमरा लेकर सीख रहा हूँ, कर रहा हूँ, कुछ ना कुछ करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. And I went a lot of competitions, I did a lot of commercial work. तो ये था कि जब मुझे काउंसलर ने पहली दफ़ा कहा कि you can take film or photography as a career as well. My parents have always been supportive, but वो मुझे एक टाइम पे कहते थे कि Saboor, keep photography as your side hobby and do something.
Backup.
Yeah, backup रख लो, उसको साथ में करो. But I asked my parents कि मुझे 1 साल दें, I'll probably prove you guys wrong, and that's what happened. कि they used to see me like work so hard, और मैं ये सीन होता था कि मतलब इतना काम करने, मतलब पूरा दिन काम करने के बाद मुझे पैसे कितने मिल रहे थे, 2,000 रुपये मिलते थे, उसमें 2,000, that's a rule that I keep. आज तक कि there is a 20% that I keep in my every invoice that goes to donations, and then there's a certain amount that goes to family, and then there's a certain amount that I save, and then there's a certain amount that I keep. तो आज तक मैंने वो चीज़ की हुई है. तो वो जब पेरेंट्स देखते हैं ना कि like he's good with money, he's doing everything, and he's working hard, he loves doing this, so I just do what you want to do. So after A levels, I had to initially get into NCA because यहाँ पे NCA का ही था. I'm from Quetta, तो NCA में seats कम थी. So, but I still worked. There were around, I think at that time, there were 10,000 people who participated in that exam and everything.
And you got in?
I did get in, but ये था कि after the interview and everything, what I felt was this is not my place. I don't think
that I can understand.
She's from NCA.
Yeah. So,
Believe me, I get it. I'm also from Quetta, so
yeah, so मतलब, like you go in with a lot of passion, and there are a lot of amazing people that are coming out of NCA. That's उसमें वो नहीं है, but sometimes you have very different aims and goals for your own self. So you see yourself into places, and you don't want to restrict yourself. You don't want something to be an anchor. And arts universities, I believe, aren't academic universities. They're more practical universities. So arts में कुछ भी करना, it's more about practical. So that's what I started to do. And फिर मैं even मैं Turkey गया था. Imagine like मेरी family में ऐसे अभी तक कोई international पढ़ने इस तरह से नहीं गया. That was a big step that we took. But मैं उसके में भी 6 महीने बाद वापस आ गया था because I was like, this is not also for me. So I'm gonna like make conscious decisions that work the best for me, and alhamdulillah, they are working nice.
you figured it out.
Yeah, I
That's
figured
really
it out.
nice. Acha, coming from Quetta, like you mentioned, and I'm from Quetta too, so I understand. Creative careers are not always seen as conventional, right? So how did you put photography and build confidence in this path?
Our parents and everyone, like families, their concern is, the guy or the girl should be like financially stable at the end of the day. They can sustain
That's what
themselves.
matters.
That's what matters. आप किसी को वो नहीं बता सकते. Like, I remember Three Idiots was a big asset for me at that time. That
It was
whole
for
line,
everybody, yeah.
छोटे घर में रह लूँगा, खुश रहूँगा. And that thing, now इतना ज़्यादा टाइम गुजर गया है, अब चीज़ों को देखता हूँ तो I realize कि that's actually true. Like, I don't want to like spend the life where I'm frustrated with my work and I come home frustrated all the time and I'm not growing, I'm not doing anything. I don't want to like sit in an office, work 9 to 5 and get like even if I'm doing that, I want certain ambitions and goals in life. And I think that those goals and ambitions are what makes you you.
Yeah.
And अगर आपकी ज़िंदगी में वो नहीं होंगे तो I don't know what kind of a life you're living, honestly.
I agree.
So I say, my whole family now, everyone, like extended family, everyone knows what I'm doing and why I'm doing. And वो उनको भी याद है कि मतलब सबूर pictures लिया करता था अपने छोटे कैमरा से, क्या कहते हैं, family functions में attend कर रहा, सब कुछ कर रहा है, but now he's doing this. So I was like, मतलब this can be any field. It's not necessarily photography. It can be as an artist. It can be anything. As long as you're passionate, as long as you have like an end goal towards something, you can do it.
So Saboor, I am looking around your room and I can see this amazing collection of Lego, right? So how does your passion for collecting and creating this all, the Lego and everything, influence your approach towards photography? Like, is there a connection or something? Because there's always a connection between your hobby and what you actually do.
Yeah, there's a big connection to it. I've seen how somehow, ऐसे feel होता है कि like in photography terms हमारी ज़िंदगियाँ desaturate हो जाती हैं as we grow up, a lot of different tensions, a lot of different responsibilities people go through so much. और मेरी भी ज़िंदगी में ऐसे ही था, मतलब obviously, a 19-year-old me versus now me has had a huge jump in terms of responsibilities, in terms of life, and in terms of perspectives about things. The reason why my room is like very childish, as some people call it, is because this keeps me grounded. It ties me down to who I used to be and what I used to love. And
That is so sweet.
I just watched Toy Story 5 with my family yesterday, and I cried after the movie because it made me feel like there's such like a huge jump in life that I've had, and I would trade my whole career just to keep essence of my childhood. Just
With
to keep
you forever.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah,
Because that's
I get it. That's
my childhood, my character is something that I want to define me, not my work, essentially. So this is why I keep everything. It just like anchors me down to reality. And अगर मेरे पास कोई negative thought आता भी, I just like look up to Superman. That's how cliche I am. I look up to Spider-Man a lot. Yeah.
okay.
Like if I am struggling with something, I would actually think how would Spider-Man go through it, and that main character syndrome is not for the world, it's for my own self. Like you just figure things out that way.
Okay. Acha, so what kind of shoots do you enjoy the most? Like what aesthetic?
I really love Indian shoots, Indian bridal shoots, those kind of shoots. I love them.
Is that your aesthetic?
I would love to explore more of that aesthetic
Acha?
because I think I've done a lot of Western work, I've done a lot of commercial work. Indian aesthetic is something that I would love to explore.
क्योंकि वो बड़ा चमकीला तड़कता
Yeah. Like you can experiment with the colors, you can experiment with a lot of things, and it's very loud in terms of everything.
Yeah, but it's very extravagant.
And
there's always more room for creativity.
Yeah. Or Western, Western as we're speaking about international market as well, ना Western बहुत वो हो रहा है, minimalism की तरफ और जा रहा है. It's very lookbook. So you can do a lot of experiment with Indian fashion and
a lot of jewelry, makeup, and
bling,
everything,
सारा कुछ ना. So that's what I love doing.
Definitely. Okay, what equipment or techniques do you believe truly elevate a shoot from good to extraordinary?
I think lighting. That's what I'm learning as well. There are two things, lighting and composition. That is what makes your photography, obviously. But मैं हर shoot पे कुछ ना कुछ नया सीख रहा होता हूँ जो मुझे पिछले shoot पे नहीं पता होता. So that's what I love doing. और किसी shoot पे कोई production का बंदा भी होता है, मैं उसके साथ बैठ के मैं पे बात ज़रूर conversation
Like all the
करता हूँ.
technicians and everything.
Yeah, technicians. I love having conversation with them क्योंकि उनके इतने सालों का experience होगा. Like someone जो उठता बैठता ही लाइटों के साथ है, उसको पता है कि क्या करना है.
I know.
So
and I've seen you doing that at shoots. Like, I and Saboor have worked before.
Yeah.
So like, I've seen him talking to all the production guys and everything. Yeah.
Actually, same.
Yeah. So like I just sit down with them and I ask them कि मतलब ना आपकी क्या ज़िंदगी है, आप क्या करना चाहते थे, और उनके मतलब उनकी
And they're so sweet.
They're so sweet.
They're so kind.
उनकी भी dreams ना, एक लड़का था, उससे मैंने पूछा था कि वो क्या करना चाहता है, तो कहता उसके दादा ये काम करते आए थे, और अब उनका गोल क्या है कि हमने ये वाली लाइट अपनी खुद परचेज करनी है जो मेरे ख्याल में 3 मिलियन की है.
Oh my
तो मतलब
God.
these are the kind of dreams they come with. तो लेकिन ये है कि it's very nice. मतलब अच्छा लगता है कि मतलब उनके क्या experiences हैं, वो क्या चीज़ सीखना
and
चाहते हैं.
you're learning from them.
I'm learning from them, and this is also a gap that I want to fill in कि इंटरनेशनली देयर इज अ रोल कॉल्ड गैफर. गैफर का काम होता है जो लाइट सेटअप करता है. अब यहाँ पे बेचारे गैफर को हम कितना पे करते हैं, 5,000 10,000 या चलो बहुत सीनियर होगा तो 20,000.
और फिर इनको इतना जलील भी करते हैं यार पूरा दिन.
और पूरे उस टाइम पे आते हैं, एंड पे जाते हैं. अब मेरा जो गैफर है, हिज नेम इज फरियाद, ही इज बीन वर्किंग विद मी फॉर लाइक 3-4 years. अब मैं ऑब्वियसली मेरा खुद दिल करता है, यू नो, वन डे ही केम अप टू मी एंड ही टोल्ड मी कि लाइक सबूर भाई थैंक यू. व्हेन आई वाज लाइक क्यों? So he was like, my lifestyle has changed so much, and I was like, I'm so happy for that. And his priority was, you know, educating his kids, and that really humbled me down as well. But then I realized कि मतलब यहाँ के गैफर तक 10-15 हज़ार कमाने, do you know, internationally किसी भी शूट पे एक गैफर की कॉस्ट होती ही कोई $1,500 या $2,000 है.
Oh my god.
Minimum
I
cost.
was not aware.
And I think यहाँ के गैफर are way more, you know, technically expert in those fields as compared to बाहर वाले गैफर्स, क्योंकि हम उन्हीं लाइट से उन्हीं चीज़ों से काम करते हैं. हम यहाँ पे और ज़्यादा जुगाड़ों के साथ काम करते हैं जो किसी की दुनिया में किसी को नहीं पता होगा. So yeah, I think light and compositions are some things that really elevate your work more than equipment. Equipment second path.
So Saboor, I can see that you put a lot of effort into your shoots, but you still get more views on content that isn't done as passionately or professionally, like the regular reels. Abhi wo aapne ko messy wali reel banai thi. We all saw it. Oh my god. Do you ever feel discouraged because of this? कि ये Instagram का algorithm है कि मतलब like क्या scene है bro ये? Explain this.
It's so funny because I was literally at paddle with friends, and my other friend, she messaged me, "Okay, Saboor, make this like messy, like."
It was so funny. It was so nonchalant. And I was like, wow.
And हम लोग वैसे ही डिस्कस कर रहे थे, and मैंने सिर्फ जाकर, I think one take हमने वीडियो बनाई, मैंने जिंदगी में मैंने लिप सिंक या कुछ भी नहीं किया हुआ. I made that, we posted it. 2 hours later, it's on 1 million, and I was like, मैं obviously पूरी रात ना मेरे सारे दोस्त मुझसे पूछते कि सबूर मर वर तो नहीं गए कहीं पे, कैमरा तो नहीं बेच कर आ गए. I was like, नहीं, I'm thinking a lot, but then I realized कि, you know, instead of like being negative about it, what I'm gonna try to do is 4 reels from the way that I want to do. One reel about who I am. मतलब, you know, I just mix and match. This is my portfolio.
Because
I can be
that's
whoever I
how
want.
algorithm works as well.
That's how algorithm works. But ये ज़रूर चीज़ है, मतलब, you know, कि बहुत different चीज़ है. A lot of people who depend on that kind of content ना, वो लोग डिफरेंट इशूज से फेस कर रहे होते हैं, क्योंकि ऑडियंस अच्छी नहीं आ रही, उनकी ये चीज़ें फेस नहीं आ रही. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह द ऑडियंस आई, मुझे 9-10 साल हो चुके हैं. तो इंस्टाग्राम पे अब जाकर लाइक 100K जाके क्रॉस हुआ, सब कुछ हुआ. बट आई हैव अ वेरी नाइस ऑडियंस, लाइक जो लोग देखते हैं, जो चीज़ अप्रिशिएट करते हैं.
People stick by with you, and that's what matters.
ऐसा क्योंकि a lot of my friends are influencers, and मैं सबके बारे में सबसे पूछता हूँ, तो वो काफ़ी लोग अपने ऑडियंस से बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान होते हैं कि मतलब हमारी ऑडियंस इस तरह की क्यों है, ये क्यों है, हमें हेट कमेंट क्यों. You know, that's a very big factor.
Oh god.
It's really
But I love my audience. No guys, please.
It's really, as for some people, it's really bad out there. तो मैंने उस चीज़ को realize किया कि मतलब, you know, you can define your audience, but by side, so you can just show them your real side. And I think I might be goofy in real life and everything. I might have, और काफ़ी लोगों का मेरे बारे में पर्सपेक्टिव है कि मैं क्योंकि अपने इंस्टाग्राम पे अपना काम लगाता हूँ या अपना एक सीरियस साइड दिखाता हूँ, लोगों को लगता है ये सही है. लेकिन जब मेरे साथ खेलते हैं तो तुम इस तरह के तो नहीं, मैंने कहा नहीं, मैं इस तरह को तो नहीं, बोला ही नहीं मैं इस तरह को हूँ. So yeah, I'm gonna try to mix and match things.
So your work has a very distinct visual identity. मैंने पहले ही बोली है बात. But some people might see it as monotonous, right? And अभी तुमने कहा भी कि like, you know, you want to explore more of that bridal side, the extravagant side, but you do like breakout outfitters. The monotony comes in, right? So is that you, or is it what the brand demands? Like, what is it?
It's really it's, as you said, it's what the brand demands. After every shoot, this is a conversation that I was having with a lot of creatives पिछले एक हफ्ते से कि they were asking me, Saboor, like, तुम शूट करते हो, बहुत अच्छा शूट करते हो, लाइट डिफरेंट होती है, सब कुछ डिफरेंट होता है, कपड़े डिफरेंट होते हैं. कपड़े डिफरेंट नहीं होते, कपड़े सेम ही होते हैं, कपड़े सेम होते हैं, कपड़े सेम होते हैं, मॉडल्स भी ऑलमोस्ट सेम होती है. तो कहते हैं कि
आप हमें डिफरेंट दिखा देते हो.
तो कहते हैं कि लाइक हाउ, लाइक, यू नो, आप पोस्ट में चीज़ें डिफरेंट कर सकते हो. बट आई वाज लाइक कि मतलब, यू नो, आई कैन डू अ लॉट इन पोस्ट, लेकिन ब्रांड को क्या चाहिए? ब्रांड मुझसे डिबेट करना चाहिए, हमें कपड़े का कलर दिखाना है. यू नो, सपोज अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग, लाइक सपोज देयर इज अ मैक्सिकन फिल्टर, like, you know, हम बचपन में मूवीज देखते आते हैं, मैक्सिकन मूवीज हैव अ येलो ग्रेडियंट एंड एवरीथिंग. इफ आई वांट टू डू अ मैक्सिकन बेस्ड शूट, तो आई वुड डू अ येलो बेस्ड, यू नो, कलर ग्रेड एंड एवरीथिंग. यहाँ के ब्रांड्स लड़ना शुरू कर देंगे कि येलो कलर ग्रेड से उनका जो जोड़ा का कलर है वो डिफरेंट लग गया,
वो पीला
लग गया, येलो हो गया. और ये चीज़ मैं समझाने की कोशिश करते हैं कि वो हो सकता है, आप अपने वेब का शूट करवा रहे हैं, उसमें आपके एक्यूरेट कलर्स होंगे, उससे लोग लेंगे, ये आपकी विजुअल आइडेंटिटी है. कैंपेन इज डिफरेंट. ये चीज़ें नहीं समझ आती. दैट्स व्हाट बाउंड्स इट, दैट्स व्हाट रिस्ट्रिक्ट्स, बिकॉज़, यू नो, मैंने ये चीज़ रियलाइज़ की. तो मैंने पहले 2 साल बहुत लोगों से बहस की, आप मेरा कहता पैसे आ रहे हैं तो ठीक है, मैं कितना लाइक देयर इज अ लिमिट टू व्हिच आई कैन, यू नो, कोई क्लाइंट्स हैं जिनके साथ मैं कर सकता हूँ, उनको पुश कर सकता हूँ, वो मेरे जो ट्रस्ट कर लेते हैं. कुछ होते हैं जो नहीं होते, फिर मैं उनके कहता हूँ ठीक है, like whatever you want, I'll just give it. If you're happy, I'm happy with it.
But do you like working more with the brands that give you the creative liberty to explore and all? And तुम्हें भी लगता होगा कि जब तुम्हें creative liberty मिलती है तो the work is extraordinary.
ये 2 साल पहले में होता था, मुझे जो पैसे ब्रांड देता है
I love the honesty over here, guys.
I love the brands that give good money.
Okay,
And
love
on
that.
time. I think on time पैसे देते हैं, बस मैं उनके साथ काम करता
Please,
हूँ.
yes, please, guys. Time पे पैसे दे
Start
दो.
paying on time. Okay, let's do a rapid fire round.
Okay,
This
yeah,
or
yeah.
that.
Done.
Okay, Lego or Spider-Man?
No way. No way.
I should credit to you for this.
No way. I think you can ask me Spider-Man or Superman or something.
Okay, how about DC or Marvel?
DC.
Really?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, DSLR or mirrorless?
I think mirrorless. Because मेरा काम बहुत, quick है, तो I like mirrorless.
Okay, shooting or editing?
Shooting.
Definitely.
Okay, golden hour or blue hour?
Blue hour.
Okay,
Why?
Henley.
I love blue tints now.
Okay.
Like I'm a huge fan of blue color. I never used to like blue color. मुझे ज़िंदगी में कभी शौक नहीं था, लेकिन now I feel कि the vibe that blue creates ना, warm मुझे बस बहुत हो चुकी है. I think it's blue.
Something different.
Yeah, something
I get
blue
it,
is
I get it.
the theme now.
Okay, Henleys or sneakers?
Henleys.
Okay, Toby, Andrew or Tom?
Andrew.
Really?
110%.
Wow, I did not see that. I'm team Tom, but okay.
Okay.
Because I think obviously literally जिस साल में पैदा हुआ, मेरे ख्याल में अगले साल ही मतलब मुझे टोबी मैगवायर दिखाना शुरू कर दिया, तो I've like seen Spider-Man. Literally my earliest memory is like me drinking a feeder और मैं देख रहा हूँ, मुझे कुछ समझ भी नहीं आती, but I have been like seeing Spider-Man इतना regularly. और फिर जब एंड्रयू आया था ना, एंड्रयू तब आया था जब मैं थोड़ा सा मुझे समझ आना शुरू हो चुकी थी, तो आई हैव लाइक वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग रिलेटेबिलिटी विद दैट कैरेक्टर एंड एवरीथिंग ना. टॉम आई लाइक, बट आई फील कि लाइक आई एम टू ग्रोन अप फॉर टॉम नाउ. तो मतलब
I personally think he's timeless, but okay.
But I think generation gap इसमें समझ आती है ना.
Yeah, understandable.
Like
आपको लेगो और उसका
yeah, अच्छा
हाँ,
Lego.
वो करना चाहिए. Yes.
I think Lego and Spider-Man में से I'm gonna choose Spider-Man. Yeah.
Can we tag Lego in this?
Yeah, Lego in any way.
Look at this.
Look
guys.
at this.
ये सब देखो.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll choose Spider-Man.
And coming to the conclusion, what is that one piece of advice you would give to young photographers and visual artists starting their journey right now in this fashion fraternity industry in 2026?
The advice I can give is that I wish मुझे किसी ने दी होती is कि don't begin your journeys out of comparison, because यहाँ पर ना everyone starts off their journey and just instantly start comparing themselves to people who have been working for the past 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
You know, your idea of success should be very different. Your idea of success shouldn't be like मैं एकदम से बस there's no success. नहीं हो सकता. हाँ, ये ज़रूर होता है, like you know अब ये थोड़ा सा Instagram ने थोड़ी सी चीज़ आपके लिए बना दी है approachable कि like within one night you get so viral and people start recognizing you, but
Sustainability, yeah.
Sustainability. You can't sustain. There are a lot of people जिनको एकदम overnight virality मिली है and they got really famous, but they haven't been able to sustain it because उनके पास experience ही नहीं है.
हाँ.
वो किस तरह से उसको
You're right about that.
So I think it's a very step-by-step journey. There is no skipping any steps. आप आराम से सब चीजें सीखो and focus on your skills.
Yes, focus on the skills.
Just grow your skill set so much कि like be a one-stop solution for everything.
Yeah.
You need to know everything. आपको editing का शौक होना चाहिए. अब जाकर मतलब you know I मतलब कि मैं as a photographer, as a videographer start किया था. I started taking a lot of interest in makeup. हालांकि मुझे नहीं पता, but you know in the sense कि मुझे पता होना चाहिए कि you know
कैमरे में क्या चीज़ अच्छी लगती है या
क्या चीज़ नहीं अच्छी लग रही. Similarly, you know, if there is a model, I have huge respect for those models जिनको पता है कि लाइट क्या होती है, उनको अपना कट पता होता है, उनको पता होता है कि लाइट कहाँ से आ रही है, वो खुद ही अपने आप को स्टेशन
अब वो दुपट्टा भी उसमें ताबिक सेट करवाती हैं या
get it, it as a professional it gives like a very nice look and आप just आपका skill set अच्छा होगा ना, you're gonna give a lot of value and sadly AI मतलब नहीं, that's a good thing कि AI will never be able to take over your work अगर आपके पास skill sets बहुत ज़्यादा है.
Exactly, definitely.
So that's what I want to like give. लाइक हाँ आ जाते हैं. अब मुझे बहुत लोगों के मैसेज आते हैं कि हम ये कैमरा ले लेंगे तो हम पैसे कमाना शुरू कर देंगे. नो, आई एम सॉरी, लाइक आई डोंट थिंक वो
दिस इज नॉट हाउ द इंडस्ट्री वर्क्स.
दैट्स नॉट हाउ द इंडस्ट्री वर्क. एंड अनदर एडवाइस इज कि स्टार्ट पोस्टिंग. पोस्ट योर वर्क. आप बेशक बाद में आर्काइव कर दो, बट एटलीस्ट पोस्ट योर वर्क फॉर योर ओन ग्रोथ.
इवन इफ इट्स बेसिक,
इवन इफ इट्स बेसिक, बट लाइक आप अपनी चीज़ें बहुत हाँ पुट योरसेल्फ आउट देयर, बिकॉज लोग आपको उधर से ही निकालते हैं. और अगर आप जब काम लगाते हो ना, मेरे साथ ये होता है कि मैं अगर if I post something, obviously post करने से पहले I think it's the best work that I've ever done. When I post it, the 1 minute later I hate it. That's what happens with me with every work that I post.
Actually?
Yeah, it happens with me because I started realizing कि इसमें मैं क्या चीज़ और बेहतर कर सकता था.
अच्छा.
Then what I do is कि next post में I just fix that and I make it more better.
Okay.
तो ये है कि it's a very step by step journey. Compare your journey with your own journey. That really humbles you and that really inspires you as well.
Yeah.
बाकी लोगों को देखना छोड़ दो. And
work on yourself.
Yes,
work
and try to put yourself into competitive situations.
Yeah.
Not in the sense competitiveness. ये नहीं कि एक academic competitiveness होती है, एक money wise academic वो होती है. Competitiveness in the sense कि like as a creative now, if I am in a company where 10 other photographers are doing insane work, that's gonna boost my work as well. Because I am in that surrounding
Yes,
where I'm
love
seeing,
that.
I'm very inspired by their work.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself into comfortable positions where you're feeling कि oh मुझे तो यहाँ सब कुछ आता है. That's never
I'm
gonna
the
let
only
you
one
go.
and I'm gonna do the best
आपको
work.
कुछ नहीं
Yeah,
सीखना
I get
मिलेगा.
it, I get
But
it.
if you're in places where you see people who are working,
doing
better
things
than
and everything,
you,
yeah.
you learn.
Yeah,
And
you learn. You always learn. Yeah.
So बस learning वाली चीज़ अपने से कभी मत आनी. That's very important.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Saboor. It was
welcome.
lovely
It
talking
was
to you,
really
sir.
Nice talking.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.